It's the morning video briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 5th of November. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather will feature a chance of showers on a daily basis for the rest of the week with a stalled surface front to the west. But then Saturday, the weather all depends on the tropics, as we're expecting a tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico in about 24 to 36 hours. So a lot of things to talk about early this morning. So as we typically do, let's begin with the upper air pattern. And once again, it's a high amplitude look. We have a big trough coming out of the Rockies, a ridge on the South Atlantic coast, very stormy in between, and a big thermal contrast around the nation. So early this morning, that's the radar composite. We note a few sprinkles across Alabama, an organized band of showers and thunderstorms well to the west over parts of western Arkansas where they got some flooding problems. And again, we'll mention scattered showers today. Nothing too widespread, nothing too heavy. Certainly not going to make a difference in a drought, but hopefully down the line we'll see much better rain chances in the next 5 to 7 days. Mostly in the 60s early this morning. We're expecting highs in the upper 70s and low 80s today. The average high would be about 69 for Birmingham on this date, way above average. We have flash flood watches, flash flood warnings this morning for parts of Arkansas and Missouri. And again, a number of winter weather issues out in the western states, all the way from New Mexico to Montana. A pretty good chunk of Montana under winter storm warnings today. Got a couple of marginal risks in terms of the severe weather threat. One over much of Louisiana and some of the adjacent states, one over Wisconsin. Tomorrow we have a risk over the Florida Keys in the southern tip of Florida. That's with Rafael. There could be some thunder around here, but again, nothing severe. And on day 3, which is Thursday, got a marginal risk of severe storms for parts of Texas. And again, there could be a few scattered storms across the deep south, but nothing severe. But everybody wants to know, how much rain will we see? And I caution you, these numbers will probably change one way or the other, up or down. For the moment, the friends at WPC are basically showing 1 to 1.5 inches for much of Alabama over the next 7 days. This is valid through Tuesday of next week, and the bulk of this will be between now and Saturday. And of course, the wild card, it's the tropical system. Could Rafael bring a really big rain event in here on Saturday? And that still remains to be seen. So let's go right to the tropics. And across the Atlantic Basin, just one system on the board. That's Rafael in the Caribbean. We do note in the 7-day outlook, maybe a little weak tropical low developing around the southeast Bahamas late this week, but only a 20% chance of that developing. So this is Tropical Storm Rafael early this morning. The winds have increased to 60 miles per hour, approaching Jamaica. This will likely be a hurricane as it comes across Cuba tomorrow. In fact, here's the new track from the Hurricane Center. Hurricane warnings in effect for the western part of Cuba. Then it enters the Gulf of Mexico and weakens because of 3 things. Number 1, strong winds aloft. That's not good for hurricanes. That creates shear, which induces weakening. Number 2, there's a lot of dry air that will likely be entrained into the system. And number 3, SSTs are pretty cool. If you notice the shades of green on that map near the Gulf Coast, SSTs are below 80. So at 96 hours, it weakens to a tropical storm. And understand, there's a chance this thing might just fizzle out completely by the time it reaches the U.S. coast, if it reaches the U.S. coast. And again, there is a huge spread in models. So let's look at the ATCF set. Most of the members bring it up toward Mobile Bay. And again, this is mainly going to be a rainmaker. Understand, this will not be a hurricane. It'll be breezy and it'll rain a lot if this happens, but this will not be anything especially dangerous. And again, the benefits really outweigh the negatives here with the chance of beneficial rain if that happens. But notice some of the members bend it to the west. And that is in response really to what the European is doing. The European is showing that this thing will stay far, far south of here and bring no rain to Alabama or the deep south. And it's got it basically moving toward the coast of Mexico. But the GFS is radically different. It's got it coming up toward the central Gulf Coast as a big rainmaker. So do you believe the American GFS? Do you believe the European? And it's based on the the vertical structure of the system and the wind profile. If a strong ridge holds north of the system, then that's going to happen. If the ridge breaks down and there's a weakness in the ridge, that's going to happen. And again, let's kind of go through. And by the way, here's the wind intensity guidance coming off the ATCF set. And again, it shows that big weakening trend very quickly toward the end of the week as it encounters the cooler water. Now, if it stays far, far south in the southern Gulf and heads toward Mexico, it could be stronger than that. But let's go through the GFS model fans. This is the 06E run, valid today at 4. Same old story. Big trough in the west, ridge on the Atlantic coast. Stormy in between. Surface low is over Wisconsin with a trailing front down toward Fort Smith, Arkansas, Tyler, Texas. And again, for Alabama, the chance of scattered showers today. This is the high-res HER, valid this evening at 6 o'clock local time, showing an organized batch of showers and storms near Memphis, and again, just spotty showers for Alabama. So upper 70s, low 80s, more clouds than sun, and a few showers about. Tomorrow, the moisture is deeper, suggesting the coverage of showers could be higher. Still can't promise rain for everybody, but the chance is there. A lot of clouds around, highs mostly upper 70s. So this is Thursday. Same thing. We'll mention a chance of scattered showers and storms. We have Rafael coming up from the south. This is Friday. A pretty good plume of moisture in place here. So understand, every day this week there's going to be a chance of showers across the deep south, maybe a thunderstorm in spots. But the rain distribution will be uneven. And then on Saturday, the GFS brings up a rapidly weakening Rafael, just a rainmaker, into Mobile Bay, 1,006 millibar low. And again, no hurricane, probably not even a tropical storm, just a big rain mass, a tropical rain mass. And that would be a really good beneficial rain. So again, that's the American GFS. And of course, a lot of football fans are watching Baton Rouge. Alabama plays LSU Saturday night. And this would suggest the big range will be east of there. But you know, the European says, the tropical low is not going to be near Mobile Bay. It's going to be in the southwestern Gulf, hundreds of miles away. So again, and we're getting pretty close here. This is Tuesday, and we're looking at model output on Saturday. It's rare to see such a huge spread in these two global models. So you kind of split the difference, and that's what the Hurricane Center has done in their forecast track. They bend it to the west, and they've got it south of the coast of Louisiana Saturday as a rapidly weakening tropical storm. And again, we'll obviously, as we get closer, each passing cycle will get better clarity. And then on Sunday, GFS clears everything out. We're dry. Monday of next week, we're dry. And a week from today, this is Tuesday, November 12th, big trough in the west, ridge over the Gulf of Mexico, troughing over the northeast United States, and once again, we are dry. We'll go out 10 days. This is Thursday, the 14th of November. Pretty cold-looking vortex just north of Minnesota. We've got a surface front in here with a chance of showers, but hey, this is 10 days out. We all know this could easily change. Rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. The mean, it's up there around 3 inches. Between now and the 20th of November. If we get 3 inches, that's a good thing. We'll take that. It's been so dry for so long. Highs upper 70s through the rest of the week, mid-70s for the weekend. Then evidence in about 10 days, a pretty good pop of cooler air. But even then, no sign of any freeze. Highs out there by the 15th of November in the low 60s and lows in the 40s. And for the cold weather fans, it's not a good look here. This is the latest 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for November 12th through November 18th. Temperatures below average in the west. That's the trough. Above average in the east with the ridge. And yeah, we could use some rain. For those that are not familiar with it, this is Nakalula Falls near Gadsden. And typically that is just a roaring waterfall there with Black Creek. But it's just a little trickle. I mean, that's it. And again, that's a sign of the times right there. But a pretty good sunset last night. This was taken at Chimney Peak overlooking the city of Jacksonville in Calhoun County in East Alabama. And last night, that waxing crescent moon. And did you notice the planet by the moon last night? That would be the big V. That would be Venus. And the sun going down now at 4:52 in the afternoon, back on standard time. So going to be up in Boaz today, home of the Pirates. Arr! Boaz Middle School. Then Vincent Elementary down in Shelby County, home of the Yellow Jackets. Tomorrow going to be in Tuscaloosa, the Alberta School for the Performing Arts, and then at Children's of Alabama for a program for the patients and families there. It's Weather Wednesday. First Wednesday of the month is always Weather Wednesday at Children's. Then on Thursday, going to be at Poplar Road Elementary School over in Sharpsburg, Georgia, crossing the line. Be a lot of fun. Friday, Mount Olive Elementary School up in North Jefferson County. Still no details on the book signing. I think we have one Saturday, but again, as soon as we hear back from the publisher, we'll pass that along. And of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.